live, so.
There we are.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I just realized when Chris came in the last chat, I forgot to reduce his volume back to the normal preset that I have everyone at, so that might have been why it was so loud for me.
It's a possibility. I mean, it's just like static in the background. It's not that big of a deal, you know?
Yeah, once I've got it adjusted to everyone else's volume, it's not bad. And I can still hear him when he speaks.
Yeah. Hey, if anybody out there is watching this on a later date, I'll check out the video I released July 4th. I'm interested in the Emerson design by Kershaw. Because I did a special upload today for the 4th. Everybody can get to see the new Emerson line, at least one of the Emerson line knives that Kershaw makes.
Ever thought? Do you buy and sell knives?
I mean, I've only sold a few knives, and those have been to Huck.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I sold one to a friend, but he wanted.
Do you have a sizable collection now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can give you an idea of the number. Just give me a second. Let's see. I know this is so boring. But you guys get to listen to me open up my case and keep all my knives in there. Yes, cases.
I'm hearing some background stuff.
Probably hearing me.
No, not that. I'm hearing like TV or radio in the background.
Oh.
Coming from me?
I'm not sure. I can't tell what the.
Because I'm playing World of Tanks in the computer right next to this
Oh,
one.
I see.
And, well, no one else has ever commented on it. You're the first one to say they've heard it.
Does it say bounced off, bounced off, bounced off? I hate it when they hear that. I hear something square, it just bounced off. Like, fuck you. How about the side on?
Well, what gun were you using and what were you shooting at?
75, freaking Sherman.
The 75mm on the Shermans is not a good gun.
Oh, no, I was shooting at a Sherman. I was using the 75 from a Mark IV.
Mark IV.
German.
Oh, Panzer IV?
Panzer IV, yeah.
That should be able to go through the front of a Sherman, unless... Now, the Sherman does have a well-sloped front to it. If it was angled right, you know...
Yeah, I don't know. It was probably just bad luck, but... I actually put on the biggest gun that you can put on a freaking Mark IV once. I killed like 6 tanks in a row. I was about to win the game, but then this Sherman got me. I was so pissed off. The whole team was pissed off at me because I finally got through, but he hit me on the side, and the only other guy left was an artillery piece. Oh man.
Yeah, that'll happen. Like, look at it this way. I think it's the T5, 105mm that you can put on the T28, American Tier 8 tank destroyer. It's got like 200mm of penetration on it, and I fired at the front of a heavy Sherman, which has 100mm of frontal armor. Now it's sloped. But even sloped, that's like 145mm or something like that. You know, front on, but he was angled at about, at that angle, it was about 45 degrees, angled 45 degrees, and that shell bounced off the front of his turret. I was like raging so hard at that.
Hey Chris, it's about 30 or so.
30? Okay. You ever thought about selling a few of them for a gun?
It does actually sell almost all of them for a gun.
Ah,
Yeah, I've only got 2 expensive knives, and one's a heirloom. That's about $100 knife, and then I got my Benchmade, which is about $100 knife. I get like 75 bucks for that.
now that I'm thinking about it, sometimes I feel bad about selling that my little katana to Buck. Oh well.
Over 30 if my math is right.
So how's everybody's 4th?
Uneventful.
I know Quark already answered me on that one, so.
Yeah,
Yep.
I answered too.
Okay. So I'm trying to see if there's any you people in the group.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do next wise. So I know the thing about the what they call the safetyless shield, but I just I don't know. Do I really need another handgun?
Always can use another handgun.
You always need another handgun.
The only thing I need another freaking revolver. That's for sure. I already sold 2. My only 2. I need another. I need a 38 Special 357 revolver.
Try and find a Dan Wesson.
After seeing Yankee's video, I do want a Chiappa Rhino, but not for $700.
Oh, they're ugly.
You know what's funny? I watched Yankee's video about that. His last one. He's freaking obsessed about that freaking Rhino. I swear, because I've never seen him do a video about a gun almost like 5-6 in a row. You know, of the same gun. He must really love that gun. But he on his Every Second Matters video, he open carried that, and people actually thought it was a cool gun. It's like, hey, what's that? Never seen that before. That was cool, you know.
Yeah, he did that with his LCRX too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not many people took notice of the LCRX. But people thought that the chopper was cool. You know, people actually stopped and talked to him about it.
That one's not for me.
I would get a chopper Rhino, but I don't want the snubby. I want a longer barrel. Like the 4-inch one, 4-inch or 3-inch barrel. I'm not sure if they have comes with a 3-inch barrel, but I know ones will come with a 4-inch barrel.
I've always seen them in short barrel. I've never seen a longer barrel one.
Those are the most common ones. It's a longer barrel one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dream pistol was a 686 +1 with a 3-inch barrel, and I finally got one. 5th and Wesson.
Nice. Yeah, 687. Yeah. You guys, I saw that he made that video about that grip, that weird grip.
The ergo grip.
Ergo grip, yeah.
Yeah, I looked for one up at a place in Cleveland. I'd have bought one if they would have had it, but they had ergo grips, but not that one.
I don't know. That's a lot of material in your hand.
Yeah, it doesn't look very comfortable.
Now I need either a snubby or a cowboy single action gun. So I have something to in 357 Magnum, so I can pair it with my lever gun. So I can start wearing my ammo belt again, like my bullet. I have a bullet belt.
So I just had kind of a really dumb idea. Imagine like a revolver with kind of like an open cylinder. Like the cylinder is shaped like a like the drive sprocket on a tank track. And imagine that you have cartridges in a belt, and you feed the belt in through the sprocket-like cylinder. Do you get where this is going? So you have a belt-fed revolver.
Yeah, but you need something. You can. I mean that's feasible, but you need something that'll
Hold the pressure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the only flaw with the idea.
Yeah, you could use it once.
I don't know. I just talking about revolvers, and I thought of the revolver from the BioShock video game, and how like one of the modifications you can make to it is to attach a 24-round external cylinder to it. So it has 24 rounds before you gotta reload.
Like a TV gun.
Kinda. Except this actually looked like it held 24 rounds.
Yeah, I've been picking on everybody about my Glock 42. I'm in love with it.
Nothing wrong with that, man. I'm in love with my CZ85. And someone's echoing.
Yeah, I can hear Chris's road.
Sorry, my arms are getting tired, so I had to put my phone on the steering wheel. You're gonna hear that.
Yeah, I watched that Pete from the Army Channel with that AK pistol. Now I want one.
Hey, you know what? They're still popular. Like the Pap. Yeah, are you talking about the Papper?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. The same way I got mine. The thing is, when well, I think what do they call this? The military classic firearms still has a stock of it in like $400, $399. But where I bought it from, J&G Sales, they're no longer advertising it on the webpage because expensive now. They did replace it with the Draco pistols, but those are like $50, $60 more expensive. Now, will they drop it? Maybe, because that's what they did with the app. They dropped them. And it's not just price. People just, ever since the brace came out, it's just everybody's wanting the AK pistols all of a sudden.
Yeah, I just built my AR pistol. I like it. It has the piston driven. It's a nice gun. Well, we can hear Quirk's house.
Actually, that's mine, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, in the last minute or so.
It sounds like you guys are living in the hood.
No, it's just the 4th of July. 4th of July. Hmm.
You know,
Quirk.
they,
Go ahead, Chris.
but have you ever guys seen anybody make an AR-10 pistol?
Oh no, what's the point of that?
Nobody else has it?
I've seen a 308 MP5K made before, and I look at it and I just think the person who came up with that idea needs to be bashed over the head, because it's that kind of person that got 308 on the AP ammo list in the first place. If it weren't for crap like that, we would still be able to have AP 308, but we can't.
Well,
You know, it's like,
I don't think they should. I'm against them outlawing anything, so we should be allowed to have it all, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, but not at the expense of the stuff that really matters. You know, I maybe not AR pistols, but definitely, any pistols in 308, because one, they're definitely allowed to use. Two, you waste so much powder, the muzzle energy isn't a whole lot higher than 5.56. I mean,
Yeah, it's like shooting a 357 snub. I mean,
mhm.
it makes it a little bit stronger, but you lose a lot of powder. Yeah, I just found out one of my gun shops now are selling, or they're a class 3. I'm thinking about getting me one of those silencers for one of my pistols. That'd be cool. Excuse me, a suppressor.
Yeah, well, you're talking about the AR-10 there, pistol.
Well, a good
My
enough
friend is actually looking to do that.
suppressor actually is a silencer. You know.
No silencers, suppressors.
I know, I'm guilty of it. I just try to remember a silencer eliminates the sound, a suppressor lowers the volume.
Say that again, Quirk.
A silencer eliminates the sound completely, so it'll be silent, no noise, audible noise at all. And a suppressor lowers the noise.
Well, yeah, I'm older. I never heard a suppressor back in the day. I've always.
Yeah, well, that's, Hollywood always call them silencer, so.
It's, I always did.
Well, Hollywood's to thank for that.
Damn them.
Yep.
I always called mags clips, too.
Yeah, they want to make them sound even deadlier than they really are. More dangerous, more evil. Now you're just going to hear a little, no matter what caliber you fire through a silencer, it's going to be that little pew, whatever, I can't do the sound effect, but they use that one, that pew that they do with every single time there's a suppressor used on a gun. It could be a big, huge rifle, or it could be a little .22 pistol. It makes the exact same sound.
Well, 22 pistol with a subsonic round is really not that bad.
No, it's not. You put a little CB short in the end of that. Fire that through the suppressor. Now you're not going to hear a dang thing.
It's also going to fall off the end of the barrel and not go that far.
Yeah, well, that is true. The little CB shorts out of a rifle, mind you, are quieter than a pellet gun. I know about the pellet guns that use, the little gunpowder in the pellet itself.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
You ever seen that before?
No.
Yeah, that's how the pellet guns, those spring-powered, that's the kind of pellet they use. You need that spring power to actually put striking force on the gunpowder to ignite it.
Yeah, I had, when I was a kid, I had one of them Marksman 177s.
They had a pump.
Nah, it was just it looked like a 45. It was really poorly made. You couldn't hurt nobody unless you shot them in the eye.
Oh, that was a little spring powered, little spring powered pistol. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When you use those little pistols that are spring powered, you can actually see the BB, leave a bullet in the barrel. If you want to hit anything farther than like 5 yards away, you got to aim it like at a 45-degree angle. You actually learn how to lob shots with that kind of pistol.
What the heck they used to call those things? Like a mortar.
Shoot it like a mortar.
Shoot it like a mortar, and hope you hit it.
Yeah. Now, if you get one of that CO2 powered, they come up there pretty fast.
All the CO2 powered pistols I ever had, they worked for a while. Then the elevator that lets the gas out would freeze, and all the CO2 would escape. So I had 2 daisies. I quit using them because of that.
Yeah, I never had a one. I always just would rather pump up my pellet gun 10 times than to rely on the CO2 cartridges. Plus, you had every time you ran out of CO2, then you had to change the CO2 cartridge.
Yeah.
It never lasted long. That was a problem too. Those cartridges were pretty quick.
Had a lot of problems with them back in the day. Maybe now they're better. I haven't had one in years.
Maybe. But for me, this is just going back to when I was a kid, shooting those little green army men, like a buck, and you got like 24 of them in the bag.
I used to throw firecrackers at those.
I used to shoot them with my BB gun because it was just a lot of fun. Sometimes you get lucky, you decapitate them.
Wow. Kind of violent.
Kind of violent, yeah. Most of the time, though, you just put a little dent in them.
I think that's how Dahmer started, I think, here in Ohio.
Yeah. It was a waste of a toy, and my dad hated that.
Oh, Lord.
Well, the army men were just going to sit there and never be played with again. Rather shoot them. More fun.
Not for the toy army men.
Well, they were a reactionary target. If you hit them, they went flying.
I was being sarcastic.
You could only shoot at a piece of paper so long before you got bored. All right.
Oh, I always get nervous when we're spending large amounts of money.
Well, you could have done like I did. I'm like, ah, crap. I was actually going to leave the house, and I went to close my garage door by pushing the button, of course. And the garage light just went out, right above them. I'm like, oh crap, did the circuit breaker blow? So I go down and check the circuit breaker. It didn't blow. I'm like, oh crap, what's the problem? So I'm
Uh-oh.
like, well, maybe it's just not indicating that it's blown. So I went down there and I shut the breaker off, and I shut the wrong one off because, of course, the list on the door is wrong.
Mm.
And when I went to turn them back on, that circuit breaker went bad. In other words, it wouldn't reset. I mean, I even took it out, and yes, I know how to replace a circuit breaker, folks. It's not that hard if you turn the main power off at the house. You can't electrocute. They're all dead wires once you turn the main power off. And so take that out, and I'm like, come on, don't be broke. And of course, it's the one that's the most expensive frickin' one to buy to replace. So there goes $20. And I still didn't know what the problem was wrong. So I ended up getting a new circuit breaker, put it in, and thought maybe that was a problem. You know, somehow in my mind, I knew it wasn't, but you know, I was holding out hope. I'm like, okay, that's not it. So I start going and looking to see if there's a short in anything that's on these, you know, on this line that goes to the garage door opener. And I'm like, holy crap, my living room is run off the same thing that runs a garage door opener. And they're not even anywhere near close to each other. And I didn't realize it at first. I thought, maybe not. Then I go downstairs again and check, and no, it's for sure that they're actually running, you know, it's all the same line that runs the living room, runs a garage. So I start checking in there after I checked everything in the garage with, you know, a voltmeter, seeing if, you know, if I could find out where the short was. So I'm moving everything in the living room, trying to get to outlets that are never used, mind you, that are behind like a sofa and a fish tank, and so I'm moving everything to get to them, checking them out, and I just get frustrated because I couldn't find the problem. And I turned on the hall light, or the door, the light right above the door to the front door, because where the living room is, and that wasn't working, so I knew that was on there, so I unscrewed the bulb and checked all that out. That wasn't the case either. And I just get frustrated, and I threw the voltmeter on the desk and actually bumped the power strip, and the light went on briefly above the front door, and I'm like, oh damn, I did all this and it was right on my frickin' desk. I spent like 3 hours trying to troubleshoot this. Figured I'm not going to be able to afford the few $100 bill it's going to cost to have an electrician come out here and find the problem. What it was a faulty power strip.
Yeah, when you start with like a circuit breaker going out, I mean, I would put a continuity tester on it first and see if it resets, then go from there. I didn't have a continuity tester, so I just it would not reset no matter what I did. It just had a red bar, and you got to remember this house is 45 years old and they've never been changed. So you have circuit breakers or you have fuses?
Circuit breakers.
Huh.
The house was built in 1969, and these have never been changed.
Yeah, I got a guy that works for me. He every time he works on our plants, he'll change out 20 horsepower motors without checking a fuse. And I go behind him and check, and I'll find out it's a fuse, and he's got a motor half off, and he's been doing it for 30-some years. So, yeah.
You know what? I did the exact same thing with my RX-7. Car would not start, or would start, but it wouldn't run. And I spent a couple of weeks dissecting the engine harness in my spare time, trying to figure out why the ECU wasn't seeing more than a couple of volts of juice. And I had most of the engine harness completely unwrapped. And I was looking for breaks in the wires and stuff like that, and I actually was chronicling this on a forum, thread, and someone suggested that I check the fuses box, and I'm like, no, of course it's not the fuses. I already did that already. And he says, you know what? I think you really should check the fuse box. And I go to the fuse panel, and yeah, the ECU fuse was unplugged. And the really, really funny part was that I was the one who actually unplugged it, because I was trying to get back at my brother for not driving the car how I wanted him to. And so I unplugged the ECU fuse, put it in the spare fuse slot, and that's why it wasn't starting.
Yeah, that sounds like a backfire.
Yeah. On the plus side, I learned something about my car's engine harness. So.
Yeah, when it comes to cars, I don't fool with them.
Yeah, I don't fool around with cars either. Now I'll fool around with plumbing, electrical inside the house because I'm halfway competent. I always know to turn off everything at the main
Patience.
before I do anything in plumbing. Yep. I know if I screw it up, I'm not going to flood the house.
Hey,
because
Quark, what happened? Everybody left us.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, everybody, I think we bored them and they left.
Yeah. Yeah, but I spent over 3 hours trying to diagnose the problem. If I would have just checked the new power strip I put in the day before, that would have been the issue.
Doesn't your power strip have a light on it when it's on?
No, this one doesn't.
No.
It does have the breaker fuse, though.
Yeah, I try to always buy those with the red light on, so if I know they're on. I buy my extension cords, those yellow jackets with the light on them, so I know when there's power going to them.
Yeah, this wasn't new. This was just stored away. It was bought in a deal when you got a whole bunch of them. So I always change out those with a fuse. Once a year, because the fuses go on them anyway. So.
Well, a fuse will last forever as long as it's not overloaded.
Yeah, well, I give them time. Any ones that have a circuit breaker, I just change out after a year.
Yeah, they usually they don't reset. After they're wore out, you try to reset them and they just won't click in.
Yep.
Yeah, at work we go through a lot. I mean, God, I have to replace like 10, 15 a year.
Yeah, I will tell you something. Inside every single one of them, there are a couple strips of brass.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, and a little bit of wire. But I'll say brass adds up.
Yeah, it does.
So if instead of chucking them in the garbage, just take a hammer to them and take the brass out and the wire out and throw them in 2 different buckets. And when they fill up, take them to a scrapyard.
Actually, what I do for my job is reclaim scrap and stuff, and I'm not going through like circuit breakers. That's just not enough.
Oh, a circuit breaker? No, I'm talking about the power strips.
Yeah, even with those, usually if the electricians come in, if they want to take them, I let them have them because they're just.
They probably do exactly what I do with them.
Probably.
It takes 2 hits with a hammer to break them open.
Yeah.
Cut it off, and there you go. You got some copper, and then take the strips out, and you got some more brass.
Yeah, I had a trailer one time we filled with copper, and I think our company ended up with like $42,000 in copper after we filled it.
Mm-hmm.
But we get that's what we do. So everything little is just kind of hard to even fool with. You got to pay someone to get it and all that stuff, so you just don't fool with it. But for home, it's a good thing to do. Eventually, you can buy a new gun.
Exactly. Actually, I use it to buy a new knife, but so I don't think that much. But I just like to tinker around with stuff and take stuff apart to find out how it works.
Yeah, I kind of went crazy. I heard you with the knife thing. I kind of went crazy and bought way too many knives. I bought me some butterfly knives, cut myself a few times, bought a bunch of switchblades. Just had to have them.
Mm-hmm.
and I thought they would be cheaper than guns. But if you start buying like switchblade, Benchmade, and stuff like that, you're better off buying a gun.
Oh yeah, there you're getting big money there, and
Yeah.
I'm the one that uses my knives. Every single knife that I buy, I try to use or put into a rotation, so I don't feel like I'm wasting money.
Did you? I heard you said you bought a new Emerson knife. Does it have the wave on it for?
Yeah, It's it's actually made by Kershaw, but it's actually designed by Emerson.
Yeah, I have I'm gonna forget the name of the stupid thing. A Delica 4 with a wave on a Emerson clip on the back.
Yep.
In all the knives I have, that's my favorite. It's light, opens real quick. And I have a bunch of different knives, but that's my favorite knife to carry.
Oh, I'm gonna say that I practiced today. I was wearing my jeans, so I put this in my pocket. I was practicing opening it with the wave, and I'm like, it's not even an effort to open it up. You just put it up against where like I always carry my knives right up against the seam anyway, right at the edge of the pocket. So when I pull it out, the blade's open when it's already out of my pocket. I don't even have to practice. It just does automatically.
And the Spydercos, they allow you to put your clip in all 4 positions. So, you can have it left or right. Well, you don't want to have it the top of the knife in your pocket because it won't open. But I'll tell you what, they're nice knives.
Oh yeah, I'm really digging the wave. I'll have an after-use review video on this in probably a month or so. Today was my first day of carrying it, so.
Yeah, at least they're legal. You can't carry a switchblade, but
I can't even own a switchblade in my state.
You can't. Well,
no,
here
they count in your possession as being in your house. So.
Well, that's not how it is in Ohio. In Ohio, as long as you're not carrying it, but I'll buy.
I gotta say, thanks to Chicago and Illinois and the ruining everything with knives and guns here in the state. It's okay with the assisted opening, though. I don't have an issue with assisted opening knives because they open as fast, or if not faster, than a switchblade. And we lost Walton. It's just me and Mike. All right. You know what's sad? I haven't gone to my gun shop in a month because of just every time I think about going there, I get depressed. Like, maybe I'll never be able to buy a new gun again because I won't be able to shoot it. But I'm thinking about the worst case scenario here.
Don't think about the worst case scenario.
Well, I don't want to get my hopes up and like, oh, I'm going to have all this money set aside and be able to buy a gun, and then find out that I'm going to need it all for the surgery. And
well, if the surgery gets you fixed, it can get you back to shooting what you already have.
The doctor told me if I get the surgery, it's a fix, but it's not a cure. It relieves the symptoms. So you got to stop all the repetitive stuff and stuff that causes the problem. I did a solid yard work, and then I exaggerated. I made the problem worse by going to the range on Mother's Day.
Mm.
I'm sorry I lost you for a while there, fellas.
Oh, that's okay. I get depressed every time I'm thinking about the stupid frickin' wrist. So I'm sitting here trying to strap this Emerson with my left hand, and I'm going to say I'm not very good at strapping with my left hand. Because I'm going to get this thing to, like, hair-splitting edge if I can. I wasn't able to do it yesterday, so it's like any factory knife. They do the factory grind on it, and the final sharpening is still done by a grinder. It's not done by hand, so there's still always a little bit. When you get a new knife, it could be super razor sharp, but it's always going to have some like little burrs, little areas that are not Yeah, smooth. So I always just drop it and get it. You know, I put a mirror shine on my edge.
Well, I use a Lansky sharpener, and they work pretty well. And
Yeah, I have Lansky. I've gone away from the metal, and I'm to the point where I can sharpen by hand. And I use a stone to sharpen by hand. But that really helped me learn my angles.
well, that's the problem. The angles are so close, and I really can't maintain it. So, I mean, I use the Lansky sharpener at the right, the right degree, and I can get my knives pretty sharp, but I suck at doing kitchen knives.
My kitchen knives have a shallow edge.
Yeah, they're a lot different, but I just can't get them. All our kitchen knives are Hinkles, and I can't get them right. I can't get them back to where they were, so I'm going to have them professionally done. My carry knife's not a problem, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I can, if the knife is able to get the edge, I'm able to sit there and actually be able to put a hair shaving edge on the knife. I'm not to hair splitting. I'm close to hair splitting edge, but I can get a razor sharp edge.
Yeah, that's how I check. I shave the hair off my arms. When I do that, good enough to carry.
Now, the next test for me after getting it to the point where I can shave hair off my arms, what this knife did fairly well out of the box. It wasn't perfect, but it did fairly well. Again, watch my video. I taken my true test of how sharp a knife is. If it cuts a piece of phone book paper, if you ever rip a page out of the phone book, you know it always rips one way and it rips clean one way, and you turn it 90 degrees and you try to rip and it's a jagged edge. It doesn't want to go in a straight line. Well, if you're testing your knife when you're on that side of the page where it's a jagged edge, it's easier to test how sharp the knife is. If you want a true test of how sharp a knife is, you do it where it tears straight down on that side, on that top, and try to see if you can cut. If your knife blade can actually cut and oh, excuse me, swallowed wrong, and go through that paper without catching and tearing that paper down, then you've got a really, really sharp edge. That's basically almost to the point where you can split a hair with it.
Yeah, that's how I am with. I just take a piece of paper, and as long as it cuts it clean and there's no grabbing, you're usually pretty good.
Yeah. Now, printer paper, that kind of letter, stuff you get, letter paper, that stuff's easy to cut. I mean, if a knife isn't sharp, it'll cut that stuff. I mean, decently sharp.
Yeah, I do.
The phone book paper, try a piece of phone book on a knife that you think is sharp, try cutting a piece of phone book paper. Try cutting it both ways to see how sharp it really is.
Yeah, how I learned those when I got my Hinkles, or excuse me, not my Hinkles, my Benchmades, they come pretty sharp.
Oh, they come shaving sharp, yes.
Yeah, and so that's how I figure out if I'm sharp or not, because I've had I got a few Benchmades, and that's how I know if my stuff's sharp or not. I mean, you have to learn through trial and error, of course, but there's nothing like a sharp knife, without a doubt.
No, a sharp knife makes everything so much easier, and a lot of people don't know this, and they're out there listening. A sharp knife you'd think would be more dangerous to use. It's actually the exact opposite, because you use less pressure to do the job at hand. Say you had a dull knife and you're trying to cut a tomato, you're more likely to slice yourself open with that dull knife because you're using more pressure to go through that tomato.
Oh, no, you're totally right.
The sharp knife.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, for a while there, I went kind of like a home chef, and that's when I started buying Hinkles, J.A. Hinkles and stuff, and yeah, a sharp knife is better as long as you know what you have in your hand. Yeah, you go cutting on. I had bought my mom some paring knives. They were Hinkles, and I tried to explain to them, like the old country girls, they push into their hand cutting potatoes and stuff. So you do that with a Hinkle, you're going to cut through your hand. So I kind of had to take them away from them. Yeah, the sharp knives are way better than dull knives.
Oh yeah, I never cut anything with my hand. It's always on on a flat surface. You know, they'd be the cutting board to just a counter.
Well, they do, but you know, the old-fashioned women, they didn't do that. They just they cut it in their hand, which is a bad thing.
Well, they never had the way to steel for kitchen knives either, so.
That's true.
Yeah. The one, if I were going to recommend a system for anybody to use, it'd be that Worksharp. I mean, that is really a nice system because it allows you to do a whole bunch of different types of things. You can sharpen, you know, scissors, shears, axes, your pocket knives, and your kitchen knives. So, you know, all in one system. You know, stay away from those, you know, chef's made or whatever they are. They're like $100.
What's the name of the knife?
Running wheel.
I think I broke my TV.
How did you break your TV?
No, we just ended up getting DirecTV and went away from Time Warner because they suck.
Yes, they do.
And I think I hit a button or something I wasn't supposed to.
You just screwed up the programming somehow?
Dude, imagine that.
Yeah, I will.
I think
You know, I was a DirecTV customer for the longest time, and they were great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
much.
you know, I had DirecTV since '98, and I dropped it in 11 or 12. I can't remember now, because you know they used to roll me back to the entry rate for the year. You know, what they're always advertising on television. You know, after paying for a couple of years, I'm like, I'm getting kind of sick and tired. This is when it was only $50 a month, and you got Showtime and everything else. And you get all the premiums. No, excuse me, it was $60 with Showtime and not Showtime, HBO. I think HBO and Cinemax were the two, and you know, and the normal channels. So I called and they gave me the entry level price again instead of the upper, and every time it came due, I'd pay one bill at full price, and then I call after I got that bill. I call and say, "Hey, I'm kind of thinking about changing because you know your prices are right back up there, and I can go to cable or, you know, there was no other satellite at the start of this, but you know later on it go to Dish and get that price." So they'd always give me that price until one time, and I tried it with 3 different people. Call back 3 different times trying to get them to lower the price again. He says, "Sir, you've been doing this. You've been a great customer with us for, I think it was 14 years, so it had to be 2012. But we can no longer lower the price on your account."
Oh, you had the Dish Network?
No, I had DirecTV.
DirecTV's good. Dish Network, stay away from.
Oh, no, but I was getting at is, after 14 years of them lowering my price,
Yeah,
they decided not to lower my price, and, you know, I hate to go without cable, or go without DirecTV or cable or anything, but I'm willing to at this price.
Yeah, I started out, in telling my age a little bit, I guess. I started out having like HBO and Showtime for $36 a month. And then now it's up to $70 or $80, and there's no movie channels.
Yep, that's exactly it. I was paying $80 a month for no premium channel. It was just the basic package. And I said that I can't afford this $80 a month to get, you know, the 3 or 4 channels I watch regularly. I can get almost any of this content online if I really wanted to. Or wait for it to come out on Netflix.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just, and where I live, you know, the signal doesn't come in well. That's why we changed. Actually, we changed today. It's weird, but 4th of July we changed. They came in and they connected us to a DirecTV. You know, change the channel, it freezes. It locks up. Where I live, it's I guess we're kind of far away from the hub, and our signals are really low.
Yep.
They don't care. They could care less.
Yeah. But my issue was, and this is why I thought I'd be getting like a call, if we want you back type thing. And I said, thank you. At the end of the service period, please turn off my service. I'll no longer be a customer with DirecTV, and we're sorry to see you go. I wish there was something I could do to keep you here. And I just told you what I wanted. I wanted you to give me the $19.99 special that you give everybody else who's a new DirecTV subscriber. Well, I can't do that.
Well,
then why did you? This is what pissed me off. Then why did you say, is there anything I can do? I just told you the only thing that would keep me there. And I hung up the phone, and they did not call me at all.
yeah, at least they offered you. Time Warner doesn't care. Yeah,
I deal with them. I got sick of AT&T DSL, and my choices are DSL or Time Warner.
Yeah.
Those are my only two choices for internet.
Stay away from
So I
Time
switched
Warner.
to Time Warner.
Well,
and I'll probably go back to DSL next year because I'll be paying full price for Time Warner because I know they won't lower my price. But they did, when we had a major outage here, they did offer me $5 off, for the day because I was without internet for the day.
now we're keeping our Time Warner internet. We're just getting rid of the cable and going to DirecTV. So even the DirecTV guy told us Time Warner internet's better than.
Oh yeah, Time Warner internet is, well, at least for my house, I'm so far back from the road and from the box that they actually had to put a booster up here, so I actually get higher speed than what I'm paying for. I get 1 meg more down and 0.1 more, a little bit more than 0.1 up more. So I'll take it.
Oh yeah.
But
You can get.
He tried to do it without the booster, and he ran the speeds, and I was getting less than dial-up speeds without the booster.
Yeah, when they hooked us up to Time Warner, they told our signal's really low. They said, how many TVs you're going to have hooked up? And I'm looking at the guy like, does it matter for what it's costing? And, it was terrible. It was terrible. But we kept using it, and when I was single, I got rid of cable. Because it's like, why waste the money? But women keep you straight, I guess.
Yeah, so, hey, I'm normally pretty good because I worked in customer service for a while. I'm normally pretty good with dealing with customer service agents, but the one from DirecTV pissed me off.
Huh. Well, I'm in management, and I got to kiss people's butts all the time, so.
Oh, yeah.
But when it's my money, it's a different story.
Yeah, when I had AT&T for DSL, I was talking, and I knew the tricks of the trade, and I was trying to get it done through the customer service person, and she couldn't do a damn thing, so I just went and asked if I could talk to sales. I talked to sales, and I probably chatted with this woman for 15 minutes, and then she was looking into my account when we were sitting there just chatting back and forth, just small talk, and she goes, "A great guy. I'm going to give you 25. I was paying $19.99 for my internet. I'm going to give you a $25 credit because of this goof up that they made on my account because they were double charging me. Gave you a $25 credit, refunded the double charge, and I'm going to tell you something, and I hope they're not listening. I'm going to give you that $25 credit for the next 12 months. So I got almost 2 years of free internet because, it was paying, the $19.99 was coming out, and then I was getting $5 extra.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, that's kind of good. Yeah, I don't really complain unless I have like really big problems. But I don't know. I'm glad to get away from Time Warner. If I could, I'd get away from Time Warner on internet too. But it's the best game in town, so you got to do what you got to do, I guess.
Yep.
Hey, Quirk. So you know, and you may know already, like for my name, on the gun channel, it's Ray.
Yes.
So when you see Walt come up, it's really Ray. I don't know how to
Yeah,
work.
I know. I used to think you're Robbie or Ray. I always knew it was an R.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how to change that on my when I get on these talks. So
Yeah, don't worry about it.
okay.
I mean, I went through and I changed my name to what you see here through Google Plus, but it was a risk. I was willing to risk my account getting banned for putting my username in there instead of my name.
Well, I honestly don't know how to do all that stuff. I mean, I fell into this like accidentally. I wanted to get on and talk to you folks, but I was kind of like, I'm gonna screw this up. And you guys get into some deep stuff sometimes that like it's like, damn, I don't want to talk about this yet. So I stay quiet. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about?
I don't have anything to add. Normally, I just stay quiet.
Yeah. Well, if you get like enough ammo in there, or
Yankee.
Yankee, you just sit and listen, unless you want to fight.
Well, here's the thing: you get Hosh and Yankee or Yankee and Matt together, and it's like good luck getting awarded edgewise.
Oh, the show is on.
Yep.
No, I mean, I watch Yankee all the time. He's like one of my favorite channels. Damn, he's wild. Yeah, I just can't hang with them fellas. They should be on like TV.
Yankee would end up getting so fired so fast from TV.
Well, only thing I've noticed about Yankee, he went, like we were talking earlier, he went from the LCRX to this ugly gun.
Oh, the Rhino.
Yeah, and I've seen the Rhino. I live in Ohio, and they basically distribute I believe they distribute the Rhino out of Dayton, Ohio, which hometown boy. Hey, I'm gonna buy one of these. I seen one. I'm like, damn, they're ugly. If you want to carry it, it's cool, but not for me.
Here's how I look at it. I don't care how the gun looks if I fire it frickin' accurately. Like, well, I saw how Yankee gun. I can understand why he loves it, because you see the groups he was putting out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great group. It's like if I could actually carry my Dan Wesson, a way I could actually conceal carry it, not open carry it. It's too big of a gun to really conceal carry comfortably. I would use that as my carry gun, even though getting it taken away would be really, really hard to replace, because I can shoot groups like Yankee does. With that Rhino at distance. I mean, I was, those silhouette targets, the human silhouette targets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even bother shooting at the main target. I use that little one up in the corner with that revolver.
I would carry my Ruger Alaskan if it wouldn't pull my pants down to my ankles, but it's just too heavy of a gun. And when I went through the CCW training here, it's all front sight shooting, and basically the gun you carry has to be light enough for you to carry, or you're not going to carry it, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, light enough, comfortable enough. I carry around a full size gun because I'm a big guy and I can get away with it, and it doesn't bother me.
Well, it did. you know, at 60 pounds, and when I was down to a 38 waist, I would carry whatever. When I started putting on weight, all of a sudden I couldn't do the inside the waistband holsters, and I moved back up, and I got pants that fit me now. Now I have this Glock 42, and I know it's 380, and it sucks because I'm a 45 guy, but I've been carrying it, and truthfully, you know, a 22 is better than nothing. A 380 is better than a 22, and
Hey guys, it's getting late. I'm gonna log off.
all right, man. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Happy 4th.
Likewise.
Bye, Mike. But no, it's cool. You know, whatever you can comfortably carry and it doesn't bother you, I think is a good deal. Because you're not going to carry if it bothers you. That's just the way it is. You know that.
Yep. Yeah, I'd rather have somebody carry around a 22 because it's comfortable for them to carry a 22 than carry nothing at all.
Yeah, I'm a Glock 27, Glock 26 kind of guy. Actually, I have my Glock 27. I switched the barrel out and have a 357 gig in it, or shit, 357 SEG, not gig, in it, and that's what I've been carrying. I even have my Glock 23 set as a 357 SIG in it.
Well, the 357 SIG round is about the closest you're going to get to a 387.
Yeah, and that's what I have. I mean, and for home protection, I've got my Glock 19 with, you know, the hollow points in it, of course. Hey, Quark, have you heard anything about the DRT bullets from the guys? They good? They bad?
The VRTs?
DRTs. They're fragmenting bullets. Not a bad price.
I have not heard anything
really?
about them.
Now, I went to our gun shop and they had them. I bought like 3 boxes for 3 different calibers. That's what I've been carrying. They had a block of gel there. How they break up, and I like that. They remind me of the old Black Talons.
Oh, okay.
And Black Talons, I love them. Even though Winchesters, I love them.
Yeah, I know that Yankee has been carrying around those, at least he was carrying around those Liberty Defense rounds. Those, you know, UMCs, I think.
Yeah, but again, I love Yankee, and I'm a fan. But you know, any bullet fragments, good to me.
I stick to the tried and true gold dots.
Now, gold dot's my favorite, actually. I
Yeah.
probably have a box of gold dot for every one of my handguns.
You know, I gotta say that, you know, they're the most used by law enforcement, and you really can't go wrong if they're so well used. There's, you know, if you do have to use it, and you get this, you know, the prosecutor that's got to, you know, bug up his ass against gun people, and a police chief that's got to, you know, bug up his ass about gun people. They throw the charges at you, and you got to go to court and explain why you're using the ammo you're using. Well, my police department uses the exact same ammo.
Well, you know, I understand that, but you know.
Well, we lost you here, but I will say that, you know, there's other reasons to it. It always performs very well. It may not be the best at everything, but it's very, very good at everything. I'd rather have a consistent...
You back there, bud?
Yep.
No, my thing kicked up. You know, and I'm not worried about a prosecutor. I'm really not. I understand all the problems you can run into. I really don't care. I'll take the chance.
Yeah, I know. But
You know,
I look at it, too, as the way it performs. I mean, the ammo in tests always performs superbly at, you know, all the criteria.
Yeah.
It may not be the best at every single one, but it's either one or two.
But again, I would rather have, and I'm not a 22 fan, but I have 2 22 pistols. I really don't care about them. I'm a pistol freak, And if that's all I had, I'd use it. Rather have a 45. I carry a 9mm now, or a 380, whatever. Use what you got. Something better than nothing.
Hey, it's always a personal choice what caliber you want to use. I'm not one to make fun of people that carry around 380s sometimes because you can't handle the manly 9mm.
Wow, you went there. That is just wrong. You did me wrong, brother. No, I was looking for a Glock 42 I'm a Glock freak, without a doubt. I have like 8 of them. I like them. And I put this thing on, I wear it. I can't tell I have it on. I
know. As I said, teasingly.
Oh, no, I totally understand. I am a Glock freak. I have like, I started probably 2 years ago collecting again, and I probably have 40 pistols now.
That's not bad.
That was my choice. My first choice was a Glock 36. I carried that for a long time. And then I finally learned, all those crazy people, have to have like 140 rounds in a magazine. 5 rounds is enough. If you can't stop a guy at 5 rounds and kick him and scratch him or pull his eyes out, then you probably should die. But
well, most happen, with 2 or less rounds anyway.
Yeah, and when I went through my CCW training here in Ohio, it was like, you front sight shoot. You don't worry about the back sight. You put your front sights on your target and fire. And if they're not within like 6 feet and you actually shoot someone, you're going to prison for the rest of your life. You can't shoot people like 20 yards away and say they were attacking me. So, they have to be attacking you. So 20 yards away and you dust someone off, it's a wrong thing to do.
Well, it always depends, too. I'll give you a good example of why it's okay to do it at 20 yards, too. It all depends on the situation. This guy was not in any direct threat of getting shot by a bad guy, but the bad guy was shooting at a police officer. The bad guy was behind a tree. The guy takes out his Dan Wesson .357 revolver. It's rested on basically his car and ends up shooting at this bad guy like 50 yards away. With his .357 revolver, ends up basically saving the cop's life.
No, I recant my statement. When you're talking about a guy shooting at you, that's different than a guy attacking you straight out. I agree.
No, I'm just saying the guy was not shooting at him, but there are situations where, if a guy is sitting there popping shots off at you at 20 yards, my first thought is cover. My second thought is pulling my handgun and check the situation out.
No, I agree with you. I'm wrong. If someone's shooting at you from far away and you have to shoot back, you do what you got to do. But yep. I guess in my head, it's more like thinking like someone's coming up on you to rob you or, if you're lucky, rape you.
There are a whole bunch of different scenarios where your life will be in danger. And, you can't prepare for every single one, no matter what you do. So, got to use your head. You got to keep your head in these situations and think things through quickly.
No, I agree. I've had to draw a gun probably 3 times on people in my life. One was like some ethnic folks were dragging my mother down the road. Other times working for the Cleveland Police Impound. Yeah, I've had to pull guns on people before. It just... Thank God I never had to fire.
Yeah, that is very true. I've never had the situation where I've had to pull my gun.
And I hope you never have to, sir.
Exactly. That's my hopes of never having to use my firearm.
Well, and that's all the anti-gun people, they don't understand. Like good people who think like you and I don't want to shoot nobody. I really don't. But they don't look at it that way. It's just like, oh, you could. Yeah, we could. We could run people over with our car, too. But we don't.
Now I will, I am mentally set that if I have to draw my gun to save my life, I am going to do it. I will pull the trigger.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're
Because
gonna pull a gun ever, you better be able to use it. That's just
yeah,
I've always been taught that.
if I was late to getting the CCW permit here, well, concealed carry license, because it's not particularly firearms, concealed carry weapon. Because I was actually thinking all this stuff through. Would I be able to? And I spent a good 6 months thinking all about all this before I decided to go to it, and then doing research on what guns I wanted, and making the wrong first choice, but getting it right the second time.
No, that's the way it should be. Anybody that does this should think about it and not just do it off of like a whim, because
Yeah.
they're wrong. It's if when I used to teach for a while there, I taught the Cleveland Police wives self-defense, and it was like you run first. You always run first and get away. Strike and run first, and it's it's not set in fight. Fights is all you want to do is protect your life. It's not like you want to be Rambo. Get out of the situation, get home safe. That's what it's all about.
All right, guys, the link is actually pasted. There's a bunch of people on. Come on and join us in here, and we can talk more. I'm not saying I'm sick of talking
Yeah.
to you, Walt, but I'm just saying in general, let's get some people in here.
Bring them in.
I'm trying to. I mean, I see Dano's on, Ballistic Expansion's on, Tactical Six Strings on. None of you have a reason why. Now Dano drops off. Dano, once I brought up his name, decides to leave.
Aw, gay. Did Edge ever start a chat or no?
No, he didn't.
He's in the boom booms. That's what his problem.
That's probably what it is.
Hey, there's loud noises.
Nah, he's probably out there doing all these loud noises and probably shooting his
probably.
gun right straight up in the air. Yeah. But it's really been sucky this last little over a week. I've not been able to carry because I got this wrist brace on all the time.
Are you trying to tell me we're still on the gun network? I thought we were just on the whatever the hell it's called. The Google.
We're on gun channels.
Uh-oh. All right, that's good. I don't care.
Robbie Holiday's out there. You can come join us too.
Hey, Robbie. Yeah, Robbie needs to come on in.
Yep.
I never seen Robbie on the talk part of it.
One thing I've noticed since I've not been able to carry is I am being even more paranoid, more checking everything out.
Wait a minute. You said you're not able to carry?
Yeah, I can't draw a gun with my right hand. I can't even really shoot with my right hand.
Oh, you mean because of physical?
Yeah, physical, yeah. Carpal tunnel, that's caused my thumb to lose all feeling.
See, I had a bike wreck in 2001, and I had to learn how. I'm left-handed. I had to learn how to do it with my right hand, and I can shoot with both hands now. I can throw darts with both hands. I can write with both hands. All right, not as good as my left hand, but I can do it. But I think everybody should learn how to do that.
Well, I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow in my chat. That's the whole point. Because I was ill-prepared to not be able to carry a gun. I don't have a left holster. I don't train enough with my left hand. I'm just not prepared for that.
Well, I'm left-handed and I'm right eye dominant, so I guess that makes it easier for me because I can, if I shoot with my right hand, I'm already got the right eye I can use.
Yeah, I am right eye dominant right hand, so it's really easy. It's just natural.
Oh, that's a good deal. I'm blind in my left eye and semi-blind in my right eye.
I'm able to You know that I got this wrist brace on, I'm able to use my hand for more stuff because it keeps the wrist immobilized. I can move it up and down, but I can't move it left or right, barely.
Yeah.
Move it up or down just a teeny tiny bit.
I'm gonna tell you what, brother. If you got in problems, you could do more things than you think you could do. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, I know, but I've actually tried to pull my gun from the holster with this wrist brace on, and I can't. It's physically impossible.
You know, if you're hiding behind a pallet of wood and someone's firing at you, you can do way more than you think you can do. And all the time,
I cannot physically get a grip on my pistol to pull it out of the holster. I only get like the tips of my fingers on the frame, the handle of the gun. I can't even get it in there. When I try to put the gun in my hand with this wrist brace on, I can't because it does not fit in my hand.
that just
Can't grip
sucks.
it. Yeah, so I have to take the wrist brace off to shoot it, and in a situation like that, wait, bad guy, let me undo all this Velcro and slide this wrist brace off and pull my gun so I can shoot you.
Damn criminals.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's kind of pointless for me to carry around the holster in or gun in on my right side if I can't even pull it out.
No.
I can't reach it with my left hand.
Well, I'm old, so I can't like reach behind. If I try to use my right hand, when I bought my Kimber, I bought it used, and I got like about 6 holsters with it. I gave them away, except one. And now that I like met all you folks, it's like I wish I'd have kept them because I do carry a gun right-handed sometimes, if need be.
Yeah, so I need a left-hand holster because I'm too fat to reach around.
Oh, you said the fat word.
Hey, it's true. I'm 6'4", 275.
Shit, I'm 5'7", 250. I took off like 60 pounds and put 20 pounds back on, and I'm fighting it off. I've been doing it my whole life.
I lost 50 pounds. It's just with this wrist, I'm not able to do as much. It was burning my calories before doing stuff. Now I can't. So it's like stable.
Quirk, you like eating. I like eating. All these skinny asses eat all that stuff, and they don't gain no weight. Other people, we look at it like a Whopper commercial, and we put on 10 pounds. That's the truth. I don't care what anyone says. That's the truth. I mean, I've been fighting this shit my whole life, and I mean, I got down to 202 pounds, and I could not break the 200-pound mark. So all them other people kiss our ass.
Yeah, the lightest I've ever been is 220.
I went down to 202. I've been out 230 last time. I took off 60 pounds. I went down to 239 or whatever it was, and it's just like it ain't worth the freaking pain.
I didn't mind being 220. It's just being a type 1 diabetic. Every time I take insulin, I get hungry, and I just lost that willpower to eat less.
Yeah, I ended up being a type 2 diabetic, and I try to watch it, but the last few months I've been like a retard, not doing what I'm supposed to do. And it's the truth. And I put on like 25 pounds back. So I go see my doctor, and he's going to bitch at me and shit. I really don't care anymore. I'll be dead in another 25 years. It doesn't matter. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I'll be lucky to make 25 more years being a type 1.
Nah, yeah, we got a guy that works for us. He has one of them damn pumps on his side and pumps the shit in him all the time. Well, type 1's bad.
Yeah, there's just too many health problems
take insulin?
with being a type 1. Yeah, I take insulin.
Well, brother,
and I did try one of those.
That.
Yeah, I tried one of those, the systems, you know, that do the auto injection for you. And no matter where I put it on my body, I could not get comfortable and sleep in it.
So, but are you trying to be good, or are you being a bad boy?
No, I'm actually being pretty good, except for this week. I've been a little bad because I've been depressed.
Well, you can't. at type 1, you can't be a little bad. You know that.
Yeah, you can be a little bit bad and take some insulin and counteract it.
Yeah, but if you're a little bad, it makes your metabolism different. You got to be good and you need to get out of type 1 shit, brother.
I'll never get out of being a type 1.
Oh, you can't?
No, it's not like a type 2 where a diet and exercise can correct it. Type 2 is completely different than type 1. Type 1 is an autoimmune disorder where the body attacks the cells that produce insulin.
Yeah, I'm on a stuff called metformin. I think it works on my pancreas or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm trying to, and plus I'm on CPAP because I have what the hell do they call that stuff? Chronic sleep apnea.
Ah.
Yeah, I wake up 57 times in an hour, which means I don't sleep.
Wow.
It's all from being fat. And that's just it. And
thankfully, I don't have sleep apnea.
Brother, if you snore at night, that's how I found out I had it. When I went through my cancer operation and stuff, the doctor says, you got water. If you push on your legs, the legs stick in. The skin. I want to test you for sleep apnea, and he did. And he goes, "Oh, you got sleep apnea." After a sleep study and all that crap. And they told me, they said, you have severe sleep apnea. So I got to wear the mask. I look like a fighter pilot. I was pretty cool at nighttime, though.
Oh, I know. My aunt has sleep apnea.
Does she?
Yeah.
Maybe her and I together, we could, fly a squadron or whatever.
Yeah.
I try to keep cool about it, but, it sucks. I don't like wearing that shit.
No. Oh, I understand. I don't like I've been giving myself injections for 26 years now.
Oh, man, I feel for you, brother.
Yeah. Well, it's just a known fact. Type 1 diabetics don't live nearly as long.
Well, you got to be different. You got to think in your head, you can beat this shit. That's the way it is. Yeah.
I'm not being pessimistic. I'm being realistic. I know my lifespans can be shorter than most people my age.
Then who are you going to talk to when you leave? You can't leave. You're not allowed.
But the thing is, it makes me enjoy life even more. So
I do understand that.
Yeah. People think I'm being, I'm being a pessimist when I say it. I'm not. I'm actually being. No, I get to enjoy life every day because I know.
You're being realistic.
Yeah. It's just like I know shit hits the fan, I'm toast.
Yeah, when I went through my bike wreck,
I don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Because, people that worry about shit like that, it just ends to being, you get sicker and sicker.
They're retarded. Whatever. When I went through my bike wreck in 2001, actually I was in the hospital when 9/11 happened. And feel bad for all these people. I lived all this long and I should have been dead, so amen, brother. I have all the others blood diseases I could get, so type 2 diabetes. Lucky for me.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's just I've got a reduced immune system, so I'm more susceptible to getting sick. So I don't worry about getting sick. If I get sick, then I whine like a little baby because I'm a guy, but that's because I'm a guy, and that's what guys do.
I try not to be that way. My wife tells me that. I try not to be that way.
I live by myself, so I got to take care of myself, so it's not like I'm whining about having to make myself a bowl of soup or anything like that. It's like, I just feel like crap. Why don't you feel like crap? You should feel like crap. Thankfully I went through...
I'm on a third wife, so I
Yeah, I went through this year only getting the flu once. I didn't even get a cold. I got a flu that for me, somebody's typical, gets sick, get a flu, they're over it in a few days. For me, it's 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I felt like crap for 2 weeks, but hey, it happens.
yeah. When I get a cold, they last a long time now. But I didn't get a cold for a long time. Then I started getting it, and it kind of sucks. With what with having diabetes, when you get a cold, you need to call your doctor. I never do.
I never do either. It's because, you get bed rest, drink plenty of fluids. It's what they told me the other times I went. It's not going to be any different.
Yeah, it's just they never give me the right stuff anyhow. They give me like shit. I forgot the name of the stuff. It screws up your Achilles tendons, but I can't remember what the name of it is.
No clue.
Yeah, I can't think any. I'm not a doctor, so when I know the name of it, when I go into the doctor for a cold, I tell them that's what I want. Because I could carry like congestion for like 6 months.
Oh, okay. That's if
And
I get
can't
a
get rid of
cold,
it.
if I get a cold or a flu, they're over about the same time. The cold stays
yeah.
around a few extra days, but
I'll say all the in shape folks. They think that all these whining bastards. But I'm gonna tell you what, it sucks for us. We can't have a Whopper when we want it. We can't have a Big Mac when we want it. We have to eat like chicken. No pasta. None of this. None of this. None of this. And they're like, why are you bitching?
oh yeah, and I love food. That's my problem.
Oh, me too. I think you and we should make our own like gun channel. Like, fuck y'all.
Oh, yeah. The things I miss most so are frickin' donuts, and it's a simple frickin' cake donut that I always get a craving for. It's not like a long john that's smothered with icing when stuffed with even more sugar. It's a frickin' cake donut, plain cake donut. Oh man, there are plenty of people online at gun channels, and nobody wants to join in. Not one single person.
I lost you.
Yeah, well, we know DB Cooper out there, Ballistic Expansion.
Bring it on, brothers.
Yeah, CWB, Russ, 45 ACP, Tactical G-String, the Yankee Marshall. Unless Edge has decided to run a chat, because I see that Edge is on now.
Bring it on, Edge.
Yeah. You can save me from being bored like Walter's on helping to do. It's nothing good to watch on television, and I'm not into anything on Netflix.
You can only talk so much about having a type A or type B diabetes. Oh, Chris!
I just hear somebody join. Hey, Chris is saving us. Hey, Chris.
Hey, sorry, I had a technical difficulty.
Hey, no problem.
So what's going on?
Well, we were just bitching about being diabetic.
Oh shit!
Welcome to the club. Said, oh, you're diabetic too.
I'm type 2, yeah. Well, all I have to do is take some pills and I'll be good. I'm pretty much down at the very, best level right now, so.
Awesome.
So Chris is diabetic or no?
Yes, I am.
Brother, feel sorry for you, brother.
Yeah. Well, it's what do you call it? It's annoying. This was definitely is.
It is a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, just 4 minutes a day, and I'm good though. That's all I need.
That's the same shit I take.
Yep.
I took myself down to 1, but then I ate like crazy and went on vacation, and I screwed that up.
Yeah, I'm around 3. So.
Wow.
I used to be a 6. What happened is I thought since I was working out back in 2007, I was working out really a lot, and pretty much what do you call this? I was working out a lot, and I thought I was over it. Then I did some I drank some Kool-Aid that had a lot of sugar on it, and then that triggered it back again.
Damn Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that really freaking sucks. This is the one I should say this too about being diabetic type 1. There's so little that you can actually drink out there. People can just, oh, I'm just going to have a glass of milk or a glass of orange juice. Yeah. My choice is tea, coffee, water, or the artificially flavored stuff, artificially sweetened stuff.
Type 1, you can't even do anything. You can't even, like, breathe.
So I could have coffee. I hate coffee. I could have tea. I liked iced tea, but then I add lemon to it and an artificial sweetener, so, that's...
None for you.
Water, great, but water, you get sick of drinking water, for the only thing you're drinking every day, so, you got to go to the artificially sweetened stuff. Whether it be, diet soda or Crystal Light.
Oh, quit talking dirty. Crystal Light.
Hey, I like Crystal Light.
I like Crystal Light, too.
I actually buy the store brand generic stuff because it tastes the same. It's actually made by the same company that makes Crystal Light. They just repackage you outside and the packaging.
The problem is I worked for Pepsi for 13 years, so I drink Diet Pop. My wife tells me it's not good for me, but I drink it.
What do you call this? I just drink the stuff that you can squirt into a,
like the Vita Water, the enhancements. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't do any of the shit.
They're Splenda, so they're not gonna kill you.
Yeah. The thing is, though, the stuff they squirt into it never lasts me very long. I'd rather get the powder and mix it.
I'd rather have a damn hoagie and eat it. That'll make it right. And you guys know you would like to have a hoagie better than, like, Crystal Light. Come on.
Well, I'd love to be able to eat just anything I wanted to eat at any given time.
See, food's not a problem for me. I don't, it doesn't hurt me a lot, but at all. But it's it's like liquid stuff. Whatever, drinks. Sugar. Sugary stuff like that. I mean, I still eat rice with whatever meat. Man, my Chrome is hitting a lot of add-ons. I must be getting a lot of. I guess I got some malware or something like that. Shit.
Well, if you stop going to the porn sites and the ones that use the browser use a chat, then.
This is Chrome. I don't use porn for Chrome. I have Firefox for that.
There you go. Way to say it. Yep. With ad blocker.
Yeah. Well, that got infected too, and I had to run something. I realized. You know what? I need to pay my antivirus again. My subscription died, so.
Okay. Yeah, I always have an antivirus running.
Anyway,
what I do, Chris, this is how I get around, the subscriptions, the expensive subscription part. I just get the old, like say I'm using Norton 360. I just get the last year's version of Norton 360, from like Amazon for like $20.
Norton 360.
And then just type in that code on there. Because it's last year's version, but the code's still good. So the code is, keeps you new, and it's a lot cheaper than buying the latest, greatest version because you get that automatically free upgrade anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't like Norton for some reason. I use Topzilla. That's worked for me.
I'm just using 360 as an example because people know what it is.
Uh-huh.
I don't say the one I'm using because then hackers have an extra added advantage to getting at you.
Yep. So, anyway, I was as I mentioned before, I was shooting my AKs today, and just trying to get it all accurate as usual. So sometimes you have this one of those times where you feel like I need to hit directly in the, I need to make one quarter size groups at 100 yards every time I go shooting.
I know that feeling too. It's like I'm all over the place today. If I could just get this one group and in the 9 ring, I'd be really happy.
It has to be in the middle. I mean, I can get really good groups, but I want it in the middle of what I'm aiming at.
You guys. I mean, I'm like envious. My thing is, if I can shoot someone like 10 yards away, and stop them, I'm a happy man.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about if I take my rifle out and it's just one of those days where I'm just not in the groove at shooting well. And it's like I get to that point where I'm I've got to get this at least all in the 9. I always try to do that, at least get one group like that. I'm like, okay, now I can be happy. Because there are days, that you just don't shoot well. It could, I could say it could be the weather, it could be, just you having too much caffeine.
I don't know. It's just what it's I experiment a lot, so it's a mixed bag of stuff. I got and sometimes it's one of those times where you feel like you just you throw off your zero for some reason. I don't know. My I got the PAP to shoot good groups at 50 yards now, so's the Wasser, but. And then again, I am experimenting with the PAP still. Well, was that you that said that you want to get the PAP now? Well, is he there?
You might have internet. He's dropped out a few times, but come on, people. There's a whole bunch of you that say that you're online right now. You can come on and join in here. The links are in the chat. If you don't see the links, just type something in the chat.
Girly boys ain't gonna jump in there, brother.
Okay, so basically, so did you hear what I said? That you're the one who wanted to get a PAP, right?
I'm envious, what you're shooting and stuff. I wish I could do that.
You're the one who told me you wanted to get the PAP earlier, right? The PAP pistol?
A what? Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
The one big major pet peeve of that, I mean, I love that gun, don't get me wrong, but the one thing that pisses me off about one is that it is that muzzle brake, threads. It's hard to get stuff for that.
No, I understand, but my thing is for my home is if someone's coming up on me, that's what I want it for. I'm not I love shooting.
Okay.
But my whole thing is protecting my family. That's what it's all about.
I understand.
I just want them because they're kind of neat.
Oh, they're very good. I mean, it's small. It's like if you can get a submachine gun, that's your submachine gun right there.
No, I totally understand. But I'm kind of just like a lot of people. I'm in the Pete, but I love the Yankee Marshall. But You know, I'm not buying one of them damn rhino guns because they're ugly as F. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, Pete has that damn pistol, 7.62 by 3.9, and I want one bad.
Okay. Well, I'm tempted to get a Draco instead. What do you call this? A Draco pistol instead because that's a little bit more versatile. But then, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I've got to fire a Pap, but I've fired a Draco before, and those are just lots and lots of fun.
You know, Greco sound like speakers to me.
I know. I just think when I hear Draco, I'm thinking Dragon. Well, when you see that big fireball that comes out of the end of a Draco, you can understand why.
Okay, hold on here. Let me show you that what I'm talking about.
Show it to me, brother.
Okay. Here's a catalog for J&G sales. This is where I buy my AKs. A link here. That's the catalog right there. The Draco is this one right here. Second link right here. That's the Draco right there.
I can't see it.
Did you see that? Get my links?
Yes, sir. I see him.
Okay. Well, well,
We're back.
okay. I didn't know you went. I didn't know you left. So. Oh, you're dropping out. Okay, you're dropping in and out.
Yeah, he has internet issues, so.
Okay. Let me see. I want to look for a PAP for you here. Ooh, Cobra guns. A lot of people give me hell for that. Cobra pistols. You know what they are, Quark?
Cobras? I'm not familiar with them.
This one right here.
Fuck.
I'm waiting. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot more to talk about.
Here. Well, I'll fill in some more just to help out Walt here. Walt, did you get my links?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So they don't have that PAP anymore, but they do have the Dracos. That's the one they replaced. So it's just about $60 more. Than the PAP when they had it. They're out of PAPs now, so I'm trying to see if Classic Firearms still has a PAP. Usually they'll have a PAP with five magazines with it. Oh, there I suck.
I'm just looking. I'm just reading about this Cobra Freedom. They're USA made, and they're only $130.
It's a pot metal gun. It's a pot metal gun. Just
yeah,
like a
made in the USA, fully warranted Cobra firearms. No, we have fired these extensively. Seen them for brass-cased ammunition with light bullet weight. In other words, they're very picky.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Cobras like Jimenez.
Well, they're cheaper than a freaking High Point.
Well, yeah, because they're really bad. What do you call this? I saw some idiots trying to sell a High Point and a Jimenez for $300 at the gun show once.
Wow.
Apparently, you think we're stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just waiting for a gangster. I'm going to tell him that's a Glock. And you're going to get some wannabe gangster who says, "Oh, look, I saw that on TV. That's a Glock." But there are no more PAPs out there. They're all out of stock, I guess, except for what do you call this? Except for what do you call this? Uh, gun broker or something like that. Let's see. I'm gonna look at everything except for cheaper than shit. So let's see.
I lost you, folks.
What?
I said I lost you, folks, but Time Warner got me back in. So, okay.
Oh, okay.
Bastards.
Only PAPs I see. They've gone up in price. Here's one. It's a little. It's $430. Here you go. They still got some out there, but a lot of places right now are out of stock with them. Wow, some people are selling them for like $989. Fuck you.
Wow.
Gander Mountain, $1,099.
Anybody that buys a gun from Gander Mountain is like retarded. And I bought like 2 from them, so I'm retarded. Quit laughing. That ain't cool, dude.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at these damn prices. I mean, you know what the problem is? You know, it's like if a company is selling a gun at 500 and you're selling a gun for 1,000, what's no one's gonna buy from you.
Well, you're not talking about Gator Mountain buying it cheaper. They're always way more. Hey, where the hell did Quirk go?
We're still live.
I know, but Quirk like skipped on us, partner.
I know. He said he's running out of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna help you out here.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, what the fuck? Gander Mountain. Oh, what do they call this? They sell an Uzi cheaper than a PAP.
That's messed up.
An Uzi is $499.99. A Walther Uzi handgun. Let me see if that's 22. If that's 22, then that's overpriced. But oh god, no, it's a 20 round magazine, and it doesn't say. Oh, it's rimfire, motherfucker. It is 22.
22.
A 22 Uzi for $499.
Retarded.
Okay, Gander Mountain is officially worse than fucking. It's cheaper than dirt. I guess they still think we're in a crisis.
I guess.
Well, they're gonna ban the gun, so you need to buy them now for $5,000.
You know, I try to hang with you folks doing the cheaper dirt, like not use them. But their prices come in better sometimes.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, I wouldn't I understand. They're just left a sour taste in our mouths after that. After last year when everybody went on the panic.
They're assholes without a question.
Yeah, I mean, now their prices are down, but the minute somebody the minute what do they call this? They here's the problem with them too. They don't what do they call this? They don't work well with with FFLs. Their FFL transfer fees are expensive, and my local FF well, some FFLs they're okay with, but my local FFL would charge me $75 if I had anything purchased from Cheaper Than Dirt or Bud's Gun Shop, because they're hard to deal with. Apparently, they're just charge extra on transfers.
Yeah, I don't buy guns online myself, but so I'm trying to learn. Maybe someday, but right now, not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't. I don't recommend buying guns from buying guns online. I mean, if you want to buy guns online, go buy guns online. I mean, I'm not gonna. We're not. We're not gonna stop you. But the thing is, my J&G sales is nearby. I prefer to buy guns locally. It's just easier. There's no or horrendous shipping and transfer fees.
Now, I understand.
Okay. Quark, you didn't even say anything before you left, you mother. The hell, Quark?
Yeah, Quirk left us without any information. Chris, I gotta go, brother.
All right, I'll see you later. Take care.
Thank you for the information. Thank you.
No problem, man. Take care.
All right, good night.